Breakfast on its way up the back stairs, Mum.
Well, does it say Barnum is dead? Finally gone?
Yes. Yes, it does. Front page obituary.
Oh, good trick. You see, Greeley has a sense of humor after all. Not bad for a journalist.
It is an unwritten rule of the journalistic trade that no man might know his own obituary. But today, in deference to the very shaper of our beloved America of the modern age, and by latitude granted by this All Fool's Day of April 1st, 1891, we offer the obituary file of Phineas Taylor Barnum. Though Mr. Barnum is ailing, he is mercifully still amongst us. Oh. For this we may be grateful, as should be plain, dear reader, in the lines that follow.
The very shaper of modern America.
Born July 5th, 1810, in Bethel, Connecticut. Phineas, a biblical name meaning brazen mouth, was drawn to our great metropolis from his earliest years.
Great metropolis, is it? Not when I first laid eyes on it. Not then. And do you know what brought me? Cows.
Hey! Come on, yeah.
Nothing there worth mooning over, lad? See, lad. Much there worth a man's notice.
Yes, Mr. Baldwin. But why is that, Mr. Baldwin?
Why? Well, to begin with, it's too many folk. I dare say there's upwards of 100,000 on that little island. Not good for folk to live as bees in a hive. You take to low ways, Phineas. It's a place of vice. Not for the likes of you.
Why would that be, Mr. Baldwin?
If your father was still with us, he'd tell you. A quiet and a godly life is what you should consider.
Ah, I understand quiet. Huh, but how do we know what's godly?
You have too many grand ideas. What was good enough for your father and still is for your grandfather should be good enough for you.
£5 sugar, 12 cents. Baker's yeast, 1 nickel. Woolen socks, 1 pair, 40 cents. And, this could be your lucky day, Miss Aikens.
Do you really think so, Mr. Barnum?
Oh, there's only one way to find out.
Yes, all right. I say do it.
And 1 lottery ticket, 5 cents. Look at this, Miss Aikens. A total new invention this is. A winter cap with ear laps sewn on.
What's your nephew coming to?
45.
The Temple of Fortune lottery is legal, and the hats are his own little business that I let him run beside mine.
And, what's this Herald of Freedom business?
Mother, a small newspaper, and one that defends ordinary folk. I'm proud of it.
Thank you very much.
Honestly, Charity, I have no idea what you see in this young man.
Please, Mother.
Him being younger than you by a full 2 years at that. Some sewing needles, Mr. Taylor. The bone ones. I'll have none of those new metal things. No, this is too long.
What did I do this time?
The devil. Tradition. The usual.
Do you have anything in
Oh, and selling caps that aren't like those her grandfather wore.
And
ambition. thinks you have ideas above your station.
Well, of course. That's the birthright of every American. Jefferson himself wrote, if man would be free, he must... Did you see that hat Miss Aikens bought? I made it.
Does that mean...
It most certainly does. You are looking at T Barnum, possessor of $100 in accumulated capital.
Charity, where have you got to?
And, Mr. Barnum wishes to proceed with the agreement reached between he and Miss Charity Hallett. If Miss Hallett is still agreeable.
Oh, there you are. Look at you, mooning about, wasting time. As I've come to expect whenever the two of you are together. Come, Charity.
Miss Hallett has never been more agreeable to the bargain, nor desirous of its execution.
Ready?
Yes.
Nervous?
Frightened for my life.
So am I. Risk makes the blood pump. It will keep us young.
Our plan, is it to be?
There's no other way. If you still love me.
Then it is to be. When?
Nunc or nunquam. Now or never.
Then I say no.
Still nunc?
Now and forever.
Hurrah, Hoss! Hurrah!
No.
Are you all right? Then you remember last night? Oh, you seem very agreeable. Then, has anything changed?
Wasn't what I expected.
I disappointed you.
No, not disappointed. Surprised.
Well, perhaps a bride should expect that on wedding night. Oh, all right. Was it that shocking? That can only mean you had some preconceived notions. Besides, if I remember correctly, you quite enjoyed it at the time.
I'm sure I'm dense, but museum keeping hardly seems the trade for us. As wonderful as you are, Finn, I've never thought of you as a scholar.
I'm not. But then, this isn't really a museum. Neither's Peel's up the street. They pretend to be educational to keep the blue-nosed clergy off their backs. The Puritans won't run America forever. The people want to learn things for themselves, not swallow whatever's pushed at them from some pulpit.
And your father was a preacher. Finn, your family would be scandalized.
Would they now? Then imagine how they'll feel when we open the largest amusement garden, museum, in all of New York. Come, the honeymoon continues. See? It's not that complicated after all. Just dull. A man with imagination. could build an empire. Now, why do you suppose that is?
Why, what is?
Well, the Negroes who nursed President Washington. They say it's her last tour, but they're pulling in quarters hand over fist.
Suppose whoever's behind it decided to try an honest living.
What's so dishonest about it? Or don't you believe her story?
Story's true, story's a lie, makes no difference to me. It's all in the show business, isn't it? Not an honest way to make a living.
Of course it is. People aren't pushing back the frontier anymore, Uncle. We're as civilized and built it up in Connecticut as they are in England. And you should see New York.
Seen it as well, you know.
Yes, but more than 40 years ago when the Redcoats still occupied it. But now? Paved streets. Some with gas lights. Good as any European city, I'll wager. And people have jobs and shops and mills. They have days off, time to themselves. Amusement's what they want. Sneer at the show business all you like, but it's the future, Uncle. People will demand more than Scudder's glass cases or Peel's wooden Indians. Mark my words.
I'm happy with this business. So should you be. You paid well for the partnership, and it's paid you back just as well.
If I were you...
But you're not, are you? You're a man who likes the comfort of the safe way.
Better that than a gambler.
I'm no gambler. No. I like to think of myself as a speculative businessman. Yes, that's it. And when the time is right...
Mommy says come now. Hurry. It's begun.
Balderdash, I'm a father. Now, get on with it.
It's a girl. A wonderful baby girl. Perfectly alert, 10 fingers and toes.
You're brilliant. You're wonderful. You're a gift from God. Caroline?
Caroline, indeed, for the bells of joy. The bells of joy.
You're tired. We can't let you keep running a boarding house forever, can we? It's time for action. I have a plan to make some real money and financial worries. But there may be risk. So I won't do it without you. If you say no, I won't even broach it. Do you say no? Okay, I'll go get the midwife.
Nunc ut nunquam.
But then it must be now, for it can't be never.
Well done, Phineas. Congratulations, my boy.
Help yourself to spirits and cigars. The year is one, the world begins today. Toast Caroline Cordelia Barnum and the new year.
Well, I never.
People of Bethel, I offer you a true curiosity. Joyce Head, nursemaid to General George Washington.
Like he said, that's me. I nursed Master George, I did. My memory's sharp as a tack. So ask me your askings and I'll answer.
Tell us about his wooden teeth.
Weren't no good on apples, I tell you that.
Was he brave as a child?
Oh, yes, very brave. And a good rifleman, too. Well, you know, remembers me a story about our Master George. Now, he was a youngin'. Couldn't been no more than about 5 or 6. No, I think he was 5 years old. His pappy came home one day. Brought him his first rifle.
Thank you all. Be sure to tell your friends, if you have a mind to, come back and visit us a second time.
Want our money back.
Phineas Taylor Barnum, at your service.
Liar!
Now behave yourself.
You said it'd be warm. It's colder than a cotton planter's heart. You lied again.
Here. Take her next door. Mulled wine will warm her stomach. Shut her mouth.
Mulled wine be cursed. It's hot rum we've been drinking. Get your hands off me. Come on, take them off. There ain't no sack of potatoes. If you don't let go of me, I'm gonna bite you. Let go. Let go of me.
Oh. What can I do for you, Mr. Barnum?
Actually, it's what I can do for you. Your business is failing, Mr. Lindsay. And I know how to save it.
Yes, I'm sure you do. But I've no need of a partner. There's hardly enough in it to support me. Good night, sir.
I don't propose to be your partner. I propose to buy your business.
My records, the stage furnishings, advertising handbills are yours for $50. As for the old crone, she's a slave. You can have her for 20.
I'll give you the 20. You can keep your accoutrements.
Yeah, who might you be?
Your new owner.
Oh, no. Not owner. Slavery is surely against God's plan. I have purchased you. That much is true. But I now manumit you. I'll instruct lawyers to prepare the papers of emancipation.
Well, what's gonna become of me?
Well, I shall employ you for cash to do as you have always done.
Don't you care how old I really am?
I already know. You're 161. I'd rather not discuss it further. All right, my dear ones. Try this. The greatest natural and national curiosity ever. Slave of Augustine Washington, father of our beloved George. Joyce Heth. The first person to hold the infant who would one day lead our heroic fathers into glory. As she says of the father of our country, I raised him. Born in 1674, she has now reached the amazing age of 161. Well, how's that for a start?
You said we wanted the smart crowd, and you know how the church and clergy feel about displaying curiosity.
No, it's all rehearsed. The people will love it. Oh, come, Cherry. It's all part of the show business.
But is it truthful?
If one wants it to be.
That is not an answer, Finn. A thing is either true or it's false.
Cherry, the public want to be amused. I understand them. That's why I'm changing the way things are presented. Joyce Heth won't just be another curiosity, but the centerpiece of an evening of escape from humdrum jobs in shops and factories. I'm not deceiving anyone. People believe what they want to. Deep down, they know the truth. But if, for just one moment, they can imagine something that could not be, but believe it all the same, then who's the poorer?
We will be if you're wrong.
Good evening, program guys! Know all about Joyce F. 2 cents apiece! Program guys!
I'm very excited.
when New York audiences are dissatisfied, how does it go?
They tear the place apart. And us with it if we hang about.
Well, got to give them their money's worth then.
Got him even before she opens her mouth.
The only way to do it, my friend. My dearest Charity, we are now in Baltimore, state of Maryland. The juggler has added enormously to our popularity, and I have raised ticket prices by 4 cents. I shall go no further south, since I fear that as we approach Virginia, Miss Hess' race will cause her problems. My heart aches for you and our darling Caroline, but I know that this show trade is my true calling. And the money we will amass with Joyce's tour will buy us the future we dream of, our very own establishment in New York. Bigger than Scudder's Museum, more regal than Peale's, ours will be the toast of New York. And I shall never leave your side again. This I pledge.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joyce Head!
Young Master George loved his paper and ink. The first thing he ever drawed must have been about 2. Was a angel.
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah! Praise the Lord!
2 for me, 1 for you.
Nice touch, that. Bringing the preacher men in for free appeals to the Bible thumpers. And you were the only show businessman ever to have the wit to do that.
Oh, nowadays, people want more from life than fire and brimstone. Give a man a day off work, and he needs something to keep him amused.
Mr. Barnum, Mr. Mackey, come quickly. Nurse Heth, she's taken poorly. Collapse she did.
Seems that people do care after all.
The people don't care a whit, Cherry. It's the damn newspapers who love scandal. And if one isn't handy, they make one up.
This was hardly made up.
Well, as near as, damn it.
There's no need to curse.
Well, there's no need to take their side.
I'm sorry, Chair. I know this thing's embarrassed you with some of our friends and neighbors, but I meant no harm.
Not to me, perhaps. But what about the people whose money you took?
Well, there's no hurt in that. They got what they paid for. An evening's entertainment for a few pennies. They wanted to be amazed, and they were.
That is not how the rest of the world sees it. What do you plan to do about that?
What would you have me do?
Why Daddy's shouting, Mama?
What I would have you do is find some way to make this go away, and then find a way for us all to live a normal life.
Get your Herald! Read about Connecticut Yankees! Oh, son! Exclusive story of Connecticut Yankees!
Why trade, son?
Aye, sir. Nothing nobody wants to know about.
Indeed. All good news, but not the entertainment.
Hey, tanks!
Young man.
Yes, sir.
My name is Phineas Taylor Barnum. I would like to meet your editor.
This way, sir. Sir, there's a Phineas Taylor Barnum here, sir.
I can understand why you'd make this claim, Mr. Barnum, but can you substantiate it?
Well, how can one prove a negative fact, Mr. Beach? Now, I say if, and I stress if this is a hoax. Well, then surely I'm one more victim.
Oh, come, man. She was your negress. Surely you could and should have established her genuine age.
Joyce was a slave, Mr. Beach, and to think that such people, or their records, are treated like human beings in our southern sister states is stupendously naive. I did all I could to learn her true age from Mr. Lindsay. He had papers. Papers good enough for my lawyers when I granted Miss Hess manumission.
I had no idea you freed her. Not something you did to guard against just such a situation, I hope.
My father was a Congregationalist minister. I am a dedicated abolitionist, Mr. Beach. I would not own a slave, nor befriend those who do. Good day to you, sir.
Mr. Barnum. Perhaps I spoke out of turn. Please, reconsider. So you tell your story exclusively to us?
Oh, in return for your guarantee that this would be your front page story.
I cannot promise placement.
Oh, I'm wasting your time then.
Mr. Barnum, just give me one good reason why I should.
Because your newsboys can't find any buyers. Soon, they'll all be agents for the Herald, and you'll be out of business.
Get your son and read Barnum's answer. Read the other side. Barnum, Herald, get your Herald. Herald, only in the sun. Barnum's new traveling show. Only in the sun. Get your son.
Boy, a son.
I knew it was you. It'll be on me. We brought each other luck, didn't we, boss?
How long will you be gone?
Turner's full tour is 6 months. I expect to do half of that.
And then?
And then, God willing, I'll have enough to start a new venture of my, our own. Cherry. I know this separation is difficult for you.
Not both of us.
We have a whole journey ahead of us.
So do all couples, but they don't spend half a year apart.
Only for a time. We both know the next stop on our voyage, New York. Just stay the course with me for a little longer. It's just not working, Turner.
I can't control the weather, Barnum.
Well, more than that. People don't care. That's the problem. Get them excited, and they'll come out in the monsoon.
Please, Barnum, not another lecture on how to run my business.
It's all our business, Turner. We rise or fall together. And at the moment, we're tumbling down the hill.
And you could do better, I suppose.
Well, I could certainly try.
I'll take one.
See, it's all about getting people's attention. If
Please,
you just...
Phineas, don't start that old song. Your idea of how to turn people's heads is to give it away free. There's no profit in that.
You're a fool, Turner. You don't even understand why people come to a carnival circus in the first place. Curiosity. Damn it, man, that's the business we're in. It's the same business as the newspapers and the vaudeville and election tours. Americans are a curious people.
Americans are no different than any other people.
Damn me, sir, but they are. Only the best and most curious people came to America. The sort who pay to find out for themselves.
Our competition are the same newspapers we engage to be noticed. My scheme would do just that.
By giving it away?
Precisely. And once they've tasted it, they'll pay for all they can get. This, sir, is the immutable law of the human nature. Oh, I'll put my money on my conviction. I'll rent the troupe for a day, guarantee your profit, and keep the rest for myself.
James Whitman of the Rochester Clarion. Why the Maltese giant, Mr. Barnum?
Because he's from Malta.
Nice parade, sir. We've already seen what you've got. Why pay the money to go inside?
How do you know you've seen it all?
It can't be more than this.
You'll have to come
Surely
see, won't you? And tell that to your readers.
Here, step up, everybody! Come on, see the big show. Get your tickets here. Everybody has a place to buy. Let's go. We have plenty of
$27.50 is correct, I believe.
You'd think a man might share a little more.
Would you? I wouldn't. Look, Turner, I need all the money I can get. Opening a museum in New York City is an expensive thing.
New York? You're mad, Phineas. The museum's already there. Can't compete with the beer gardens.
Well, that's because they don't know how. You see,
Phineas T Barnum.
well, that would be me.
A letter came on the midday train. Here, sign here.
Well done, my boy. Congratulations.
Where's my new daughter? Oh, my little...
Helen.
How could I have missed your birth?
Did your travels make us rich, husband?
Good show. Morning. Hello.
Any good gossip?
The usual. Nothing earth-shattering.
That's a virtue, don't you think?
Not when gossip's the only entertainment.
Small town life is wholesome, Phineas. Be glad your life of sensationalism is behind you. Be happy as a family man.
Oh, I am. But I'd be just as happy as a family man of substance. Helen.
I thought you were happy here. Taylor says you're the best store manager he's ever seen.
Charity, if my talents weren't up to managing a store, I'd as soon be dead.
Foolish talk. You belong here, Phineas.
For now. But Cherry, my dear, I've told you.
And still dreaming of your New York museum?
Papa talks in his sleep.
How could a man so clever be so stubborn?
I'm only stubborn because I'm right. There is a great and rich business out there, Cherry.
Then explain that, why don't you? What's possessed you? Where on earth are you going?
To New York, to buy Scudders.
You're mad.
What will you use for money?
Brass, because as far as gold and silver go, I have none.
Something I don't understand. You wrote to suggest you wish to buy Scudder's Museum for my clients.
No, I do.
But this proposal you now bring makes no mention of money.
Not unreasonable, considering I have none.
Mr. Barnum, I'm familiar with your Negress. Is this just another hoax?
No. I've never been more serious about anything in my life.
Now tell me, how do you intend to pay for all of this?
With your money, Mr. Olmsted. You say the current owner, John Heath, wants $12,000 for Scudder's. You give him the money, I pay you back from the proceeds, and continue to pay you back till you're satisfied with the return on your investment.
Rate that place takes in money, be my grandchildren to see the profit.
Not the way I intend to run it. I know the show business. I know how to separate people from their coin.
Yes, I believe you do. I've already seen that. Still, $12,000 is a great deal of money to get back in weekly payments.
Not if you're getting all the receipts. Well, almost all. I undertake to hold back only $12.50 a week. I and my family will make do just on that, and the rest goes to you.
Of course, I'd need collateral.
I have only some land left me by my grandfather.
Really? Tell me more.
Well, actually, I just as soon not risk that.
Oh, do tell. Simpson, more wine. Yes, sir.
It's called Ivy Island. It's several acres near the mouth of the Raritan River in southern Stamford.
An island? Connecticut? Interesting. Of course, even if I agree, I'd have to convince my client, John Heath. Who would speak for you, Barnum?
Oh, some of the best men in New York, all men of the modern era. Niblo the showman, Moses Beach, who invented news syndication. All manner of people. I'm not without friends in my own world.
You're asking to enter my world. My colleagues and I stand astride this whole continent. Tell me, Barnum, are you ready to play with the big boys?
They've got the courage to let me in the game.
Well, I suspect this is going to be very interesting, Mr. Barnum.
You won't regret it, Mr. Olmsted.
I'm sure I won't. I expect to be repaid at the rate of $3,000 a year.
Done.
For 10 consecutive years.
That's $30,000. That's an interest rate of almost 30% per annum.
Take it or leave it.
You rascal! You know Ivy Island is a worthless swamp.
But don't tell Olmsted that. It's his collateral.
Surely he will look it over.
The town plat book calls it Ivy Island, not worthless swamp, so he'll be happy.
And that's all it took.
That and the promise that we'd live on $12.50 a week. Not a penny more.
$12.50 a week? And we're living in New York City?
Can we manage it?
If it means you'll be able to stay home with us and be happy, we'll manage. And love every moment of it. Mwah.
You what?
I've changed my mind, Barnum. The owners of Peale's Museum decided they'd soon do away with competition as not. So they made a better offer. They're these big boys I told you about. They have $1,000 down payment in ready cash and $15,000 more right behind that.
You used me as bait for Peale's owners to offer you more money. Don't you see? If Olmsted backed out of his deal with me, one that would make him rich, then he must have something much more valuable up his sleeve. A real swindle.
I'm sure you're right. And a story that proved intent to commit a fraud on the public would be front-page headlines. But this is merely another tale of a Connecticut Yankee outsmarted by New York businessmen. Oh, look, Barnum, you're an all right fellow. And you may be right about the future of this city. even the country. So if I can help you, I will. But I've got to have something very sure before I can attack Olmsted. To say nothing of the Peel name. They're a leading family, deacons of the Presbyterian Church. But if someone came to me with proof of their wrongdoing, slander-proof evidence of a fraud,
Oh, good to see you, Brother Scott. I hope for Mrs. Scott's recovery. Deacon Peel. Trust my sermon wasn't over long.
Never too long for me, Minister. Nowadays, I'd say the more fire and brimstone, the better. Otherwise, they're headed straight to hell, all of them.
Mr. James, how nice to see you. I hope you are well.
Okay, friends.
Sir? Sir!
I take it you address me, sir?
I certainly do. I, sir, am Phineas T. Barnum.
I congratulate you on that accomplishment, but I really have no idea who you are, nor do I particularly care.
I am the man you and Olmsted have twisted and manipulated to wring the last penny out of Scudder's.
Oh, you must be speaking of the museum business. I believe there still is one that bears my family's name. I saw that devilish thing years ago. I had no wish to mix with types who are interested in such foolishness. Looking at you, I'm reminded why.
Get your son, get in here, read all about the great stock fraud. Get your son, get in here.
Terrible thing, isn't it?
Really? What's it all about?
Some swindlers tried to buy Scudder's using the Peel name, but Peel has nothing to do with them. He sold the place years ago, and they intended to humbug the public by selling them stock overpriced by thousands of dollars. Horrible business. Right there.
Swindlers?
Yes.
I hope they get their just desserts. Boy.
You think he'll buy it?
Of course he'll buy it. He's a country bumpkin. Just being in the same room with men like yourselves would tame him.
It had better. The way things are, we'd be lucky to sell a single share.
Calm down, Duncan. If Barnum bites, the place will turn a profit, and the stock will sell very well come next April.
Mr. Olmsted, Mr. Barnum.
My goodness, I hardly warned such an important group of men. Have I done something wrong?
Not at all. On the contrary, we admire you, Barnum.
You do?
Absolutely. After all, we have some idea how the Sun got hold of that story. A story that makes it imperative that we and you come to some sort of arrangement.
It does?
Of course. The whole transaction is tainted in the public mind now. In the museum and curiosity business, public trust is everything. And we, and you, have lost that. Only by joining forces can we dismiss the Sun's allegations as unfounded.
I can certainly see that. But how do we all get in the same boat?
Barnum, old man, we want to hire you.
Me?
We'll pay you $20 a week to set the place up any way you like it. No interference, and perhaps a few stock options.
My goodness, it's my dream. But have you bought it? I hear your stock offer had no takers, what with the bad newspaper story and all.
Makes no bother. If we join forces, the owner, Mr. Heath, won't have any other buyers, so we're confident he'll defer the payment until spring. But we will guarantee you 1 year's salary.
Personally, what do you say?
Oh, what can I say except that you gentlemen amaze me more each time I encounter you?
Then it's a deal.
So, you're the Mr. Barnum who almost purchased my Scudder's.
And still wants to, Mr. Heath.
I'm sure you do, Barnum. But what would you use for cash?
I'd offer you the same arrangement I negotiated with Olmsted.
But he's trying to put together a new combine. One with money.
It's a ruse. They plan to use my skills to build the place into something juicy enough to support the original stock fraud. Now, that first payment is due you on December 26th, correct?
Well, yes. How do you know that?
I know everything, including that on December 26th, they'll come seeking an extension of the payment date. Here's all I ask. Come Boxing Day, say no to that request and accept my offer. Give me a chance, sir.
I don't know. It seems pretty risky to me, old man.
They think they've bought me. I was their only competition. With me out of the way, they have no need to keep their word to you about payment dates. But I will never deceive you.
And Francis, if you'd engross over your offer to Barnum by signing here.
You played as well, Barnum. You won the first round. But we're on to you now. Miss one payment, and we'll see you begging in the streets.
And then the only way you'll be able to enter a museum will be as an exhibit.
And I'll make sure not to miss a payment. After all, I'm a big boy now.
Ready?
Yes, sir. Ready, sir.
Now! This is great, Vinny. This is wonderful. Barnum's American Museum.
Look, Helen, Ray's
No. The exhibit goes on the side without windows. Put the customers on the chili end. Keeps them awake, keeps them moving. And the faster they see an exhibit and move on, the sooner they're out of here and long come back for a second look.
Mr. Barnum, sir. John Greenwood, sir. John Greenwood, Jr.
Ah, yes, the applicant for the position of assistant manager.
Yes, sir. If this is a poor time...
Perfect time. Come. Now, keep the aisles narrow. Makes it feel crowded. Comforts folks to know that others paid good money, same as they did.
Robin's egg blue like the sky encourages people to want to go higher without them knowing it. Oh, you're a local boy, aren't you?
Yes, sir, I am.
I advertise for an Englishman. British accent can be an asset.
Yes, that would add a cosmopolitan feel to your museum. I was born in Britain, but then again, I was raised in Bethel, Connecticut.
It's my hometown.
Yes, sir, it is. And I noted this was styled an American museum.
Barnum's American Museum.
Yes, Mr. Barnum, sir.
The theater.
The theater, sir?
Precisely. For learned lectures. Bring the most important people in to speak and we'll be the darlings of the elite and the blue noses.
Very clever, sir. Although it's a great deal of space. I mean, so many seats for lectures whose audience is usually small.
Good thinking, Greenwood. Space utility is everything, but this is our trick. Can't book 365 learned speakers a year, can I? No. So, on the other nights, vaudeville. A new kind of entertainment. All the rage in New Orleans and Charleston. Funny men dialogue, songs. Irish step dancing to Negro rhythms. Tapping, they call it. Lively amusement for a few pennies. And the Blue Noses will allow the fun in return for lectures, and Barnum's will be the center of life for New Yorkers with spare time. This renovation cost a pretty penny, Greenwood. Everything I have. So the assistant manager will have a great deal of responsibility.
Oh, I understand. My references
Are
should
full
speak...
of praise and admiration, I'm sure, but nobody offers critical references, do they?
Well, no, they don't.
It's the same in this business. If we don't blow our own horn, nobody will do it for us.
Yes, one must get the word out, mustn't one?
Exactly, and in today's world, that means newspapers. Reach tens of thousands with one edition. People hungry for news, for information. At a time when people get days off from their labors, we need to let them know that Barnum's is the place to spend it. Pull them in. Do you follow me, Greenwood?
Completely. Frankly, sir, I've been following you for the past 2 decades. You left quite an impression in Bethel. I think I'd very much enjoy a career of drawing attention, or as you put it, pulling them in, sir.
Excellent. I can only pay you $2.50 a week for now.
That's eminently fair for an assistant manager.
Yes, but you'll have to probably run the place by yourself much of the time.
And what about the manager himself?
Oh, that's me. And I'll be on the road a great deal. At first, anyway, I have to find the attractions that you'll need as something to shout about. Something that directs attention to us both.
The three-toed sloth is in fact a very clean animal. A poor misunderstood creature, much maligned by European explorers.
Afternoon, ladies. Ah, good afternoon.
Not interested.
Well, we got them milling about anyway.
Greenwood. Boy!
Thank you.
Boy! Are you up for earning $1?
Yes, sir.
Good. I want you to go inside and fetch 4 bricks. Then I want you to place one on each corner of that intersection. Then gather them up again and put one to a corner yet one more time and so on. Now, people will ask you what you're doing. You're not to say. You're a mute. Once you've gathered a goodly crowd, you're to enter the museum. You'll see people will follow him and pay just to find out what it's all about. You'll see. Oh.
Thank you.
Magnificent. What a stroke of luck. Are you sure he'll part with it?
Certain.
Does he realize the Fiji mermaid is a legend not seen in 40 years?
Yes. It was the only thing in his father's estate. He wants money, but he's no showman. I thought of you.
Oh, you've done well. The greatest natural curiosity in the world. Seductive, bare-breasted beauty.
Be cautious, Phineas. Another Joyce Heth scandal, and your museum could close before...
There'll be no scandal. We'll find a naturalist who'll swear it's no fraud.
Finding a man to say it's real may be difficult for
No,
you.
I didn't say I had someone who'd vouch for it as real, just that it isn't necessarily a hoax.
Anyone would say that, until they examine it.
Which is why it will never leave this case. Too fragile, we'll say. We're going over the heads of experts, direct to the people.
What did you have in mind?
Something you always relish. A harmless prank. A prank that might provide employment for that friend of yours.
Ah, the would-be actor.
I wish to engage him. Play the part of a man of science, a Dr. Griffin about to tour our southern states. Now, starting in New Orleans, you're to mail one of these from every city as you approach New York.
Harmless enough, and this letter doesn't exactly lie.
Voila! Barnum's latest educational exhibit. The world's first outdoor public pictorial panorama.
Good heavens. There's so many.
Oh, you've seen nothing yet. There's more inside. You'll be the first to see my new model of the great Niagara Falls with real water.
An advanced look?
Oh, a debt of honor. And in the hope of good attention from the paper, it's yours alone.
Excellent. Exclusivity does help placement.
I'll remember that. Especially if I get my hands on...
What?
No, it's nothing.
Now, Phineas, too late for secrets.
It's just a rumor. They say the Fiji mermaid has surfaced. It's a real mermaid, captured by an English sailor, last displayed in London at the turn of the century. Word is that Dr. Griffin purchased it, has it here in America. They're staying at the Palace Hotel in New Orleans, but he won't speak to me, you know, me being a showman and all. Imagine if Dr. Griffin and his mermaid exist, and you found them. Now that would be an exclusive.
It worked. Our special correspondent in New Orleans today confirmed that a Dr. Chaz Griffin has reached our shores with a reputed wonder of nature. Goes on about the mermaid, the whole thing. It's working.
It's begun, what I call the build-up, if you grasp the phrase. But there's a distance to go before the build-up becomes dollars in our ticket booth.
world will never be the same. Imagine an America where man can turn night into day. There'll be no limits. Factories, entertainment, and it begins tonight.
Frankly, it all sounds a bit far-fetched, PT, but I've persuaded every newspaper to attend.
Are you ready?
PT, you better get home.
Imagine my wife giving birth in a billiard parlor like a servant girl or worse.
Another girl.
Francis.
Yes, Francis. But I think you wanted a boy. Did I disappoint you?
You, my darling, never. I, on the other hand, this is no place for you. Never again, Cherry. I have plans for us, you'll see.
As long as we're together as much as we are, then it's a blessing.
I mean for us to be important.
Yes, very interesting. I read it in last week's paper.
This won't do. They must keep moving or we lose customers.
Yes, sir. I've been working on the egress problem.
Egress problem, is it? There may be something to this, lad. Excuse me. Gentlemen, good night. I should be back within a week. If there's problems, particularly if Mrs. Barnum's mood is withdrawn, get immediate word to me.
To you, care of Master Philo, manager, Franklin Hotel, Bridgeport, Connecticut.
If my brother Philo's right, this could be our fortune.
Yes, sir, but these crowds are already...
Newness, Greenwood. Without something new, the crowds disappear. Americans revere the old, but they enjoy only what's new. Oh, and I want you to paint a sign that says, "To the egress." Under that, put an arrow that points to the exit door.
Good luck.
Carolee, if you must shout, is there nothing more tuneful?
Father and I went down to camp along with Captain Goodwin.
Carolee! Evening, sir.
Mary.
Daddy, can you go see Fat Boy?
Not now. I'd miss my train. But Mary can ask Mr. Greenwood tomorrow. All right, Mary?
Aye, sir.
Hush now. Be a good girl.
She keeps pushing me away. We need a wet nurse.
It's all right. It's all right, Shelley. Just be patient.
Easy for you to say. You're leaving.
Not for long, love. And if Philo is right, it will be worth it. It may just be what we've waited for.
You've said that so many times before, Vin. So many times.
And you can see we're getting closer. Now, this may not be much, but it's not a boarding house. I swear, Cherry, it will be better. I know that at the moment you can't see that, but I swear it to be true. Poor people, then.
Aye, that's the way things are with farmhands. Things may be booming in the city, but it's hard times in the countryside.
Then we must try and bring relief. Profitable philanthropy, if things are as you say.
I'm afraid we haven't got much to offer you in the way of a nibble, Mr. Barnum.
As you can see, I'm well cared for. The sisters, I expect. And they...
Oh, no.
Never an odd moment with the girls, no. Nor with any of our blood. Family's been here for over 100 years, and my father and my grandfather fought side by side against the redcoats, and there's never been anything like this. Now, Charles, be polite. Mr. Barnum wants to be your friend.
He's 9, you say?
Aye, 10 come high summer.
Can you learn by heart, lad?
Aye, sir. I enjoy it.
You do you? Well, of course he'll need a name they'll remember. Something romantic. The Legend of King Arthur, the tiny knight, Sir Thomas Thumb. Yes, that's who he'll be. Sir Tom Thumb, the world's smallest and bravest Englishman.
We'll have none of that, sir. There's no redcoats in this family.
Of course not. It's simply a little ruse to pull customers in. And the more that come, the richer we'll both be. We're partners. This young lad, who I'm sure has caused you great concern, will be your financial salvation. And only the best for my little knight, like the brave men in your family. Our Tom Thumb is a soldier. General Tom Thumb. Are you ready to learn an act, boy?
It would be a treat, sir.
Excellent! Well, am I fit? Cheer up, my love. We're making progress.
Suppose one of us is.
No, we both are.
Then why do I stay here while you tour the drawing rooms of society?
I have to go out to secure our fortune and our daughter's futures. And I go tonight because nunc ut nunc quam.
Godspeed and good luck.
Gentlemen, our entertainment has arrived.
Oh, must we, Olmsted?
We must. When Barnum defaults on his agreements, we'll own whatever he brings tonight.
The sight of one of Barnum's freaks is too much for a full stomach.
And yours is certainly full, sir. No offense, Jameson. Goodness knows I need all the ink your Tribune will give me and my new attraction.
I'll send over my advertising rates.
Not needed. This curiosity is unlike any other I've shown New York, and I'm grateful to Mrs. Olmsted and Heath for allowing me to give you an advanced viewing. Mr. Greenwood, if you please, the General. General Tom Thumb, descended in direct line from the Knights of Arthur's Round Table.
Good evening, gentlemen. For though a thumb, I will prove a good hand at entertaining you. I may be a mite, but I am mighty. In short, gentlemen, do not make much of me, for in making more, you make less.
From the Tribune by Jameson himself. I have repugnance at seeing human monsters, but in this case, I experienced no such sensations. From the Sun, I was amazed. General Tom Thumb, as they call him, is a handsome, well-formed, and well-proportioned little gentleman.
To really understand Tom's size, I need a small child from the audience to stand next to him for comparison. Is there a young gentleman?
I'd rather have a little myth.
There it is, in cash, as requested.
You've been true to your word, Barnum. Well done.
I didn't think you were going to do it, and I was wrong. But you made us all very rich with your unusual way of business.
I appreciate the sentiment, Olmsted. That's all I ever wanted. Some respect and proper treatment. Now, perhaps you gentlemen would like to join me for some champagne.
Don't get carried away, Barnum. It takes more than money for a carnival man to expect treatment as our equal. We're not men who take our wives to see dwarfs and fat boys.
Sorry, old man. It's the way of the world.
Heath, come along. We must change. We're going to be late for the opera.
My man will see you to the door. Enjoy your drink.
Come to bed, Finn. There's nothing to be gained by brooding. Ignore them. They're fools who served their purpose. You own the museum. And we've got more money than we ever dreamed of. It's as you said, soon we'll have everything we wished for.
Not everything. These fat cats sneer at us. The ordinary folk are beneath their notice. They're like the English nobles we fought to be free of. Well, we'll show them. Not good enough for their society, is it? But wait till I've been presented to an elite beyond their dreams.
But Finn, we've just...
I'll take Tom to England. And when I return from Queen Victoria's court, then we'll see who's beneath whom. And oh yes, we're moving all right into a home that will beggar their imagination. It's culture they prefer? Good. Then I shall be the man who brings it here. Oh, we're not at the end of the road, my love. We're just beginning. But you don't understand. He must be presented.
Oh, dear man, I do understand why you feel the way you do. But Her Majesty might not.
How do you know if you don't ask?
Next time she and I have a friendly little chat, I'll try and remember. Oh, damn it, Barnum, I can't press your case. You're not exactly a vital interest of the United States.
Then I myself shall arrange for Tom to be presented.
Manage that, Barnum, and I'll owe you a tip of the hat.
And I'll collect it. Deliver it for a shilling. Put it in Baroness Rothschild's hand yourself, and it's a crown. And if you succeed, then there's a guinea in it for you when I'm invited. Are we ready, lad?
Sure. It'll be as easy as eating pie.
That's the spirit. General Tom Thumb and Phineas T. Barnum for the Baroness Rothschild. Our invitation?
Written in her own hand.
This way, please.
From the palace, sir.
Thank you, my command.
I knew it! Yes! We've done it, Tom! Sorry we're late. The crowds outside the theater wouldn't let him go.
Don't keep the Queen waiting for just people, Barnum. Come. The doors open when the Queen orders them to. If we're not there, it's a huge insult. Remember, don't speak to her unless she speaks to you first. Communicate through whoever talks to you. Probably Prince Albert.
Imperial Majesty, Your Highness Prince Albert, Lords, ladies and gentlemen, pray receive His Excellency Edward Everett, Mr. Phineas T. Barnum, and General Tom Thumb as Boney Party.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
The Empress bids Bonaparte welcome to her court.
And I feel welcome, for I am more than twice a ruler. A ruler is but 12 inches. I am a full 25. More than twice a ruler.
And are you therefore more than twice my equal?
Oh, no, ma'am. For you are an empress, and I am a mere impressionist.
Almost a private audience with Victoria herself. You'll be the toast of all Europe.
It is a great pleasure to meet you.
And you'll be a rich man.
What is wealth, Everett, compared to the pleasure I'll get from your tip of the hat? And so, my dearest Cherry, our greatest dreams are within grasp. Can you imagine your own Phineas before the Empress Victoria herself, with invitations in hand for the crowned heads of France and Spain, even Olmsted? No, especially Olmsted. Come. Ah, from home. Thank you, lad.
So at last you're back.
I didn't...
It was a judgment from God.
That's foolish, Cherry. The influenza...
In my heart, I understand it differently. We've been consumed by the ways of the world, Finn. Money. Acceptance by society. This is a reminder that those things are merely distractions. You don't understand a word I'm saying, do you?
Oh, I do. I work endlessly to acquire wealth for our daughters' futures.
So you see no reason to change your ways?
I want only the best for the girls. Money enough to attract the right kind of husband, to have a place in society that demands respect.
Do you have to go back to Europe to do this? It will take a visit by you and Tom to the King of France and the Queen of Spain for you to consider yourself a better father?
Yes, that and more. I intend for us to become a leading family. It's within our grasp, and we owe it to our children, our remaining children. Francis, it can't be the judgment of God. This can't be because of what I do. It's my calling, Cherry, my calling. It's who I am. God can't make me this way, then punish me for it. Don't you see? Cherry, I have to carry on. I must take Tom to France and Spain. I must. My baby. So, there will be 2 trips. The first to Louis Philippe in France, then to Queen Isabella. Tom and I will then return, probably in October of next year. After that, another trip to London. I reckon about 107,000 profit. You?
It's near enough, though there'd be more if you made it one trip with no interlude.
I know, but I must pay Charity some attention.
They're certainly waiting for us, young Tom.
And we're late, P.T.
Get a move on. They're waiting for us.
Désolé, monsieur. I can get no closer. These crowds for Mademoiselle Linde.
Who?
Mademoiselle Linde.
Wait here, Tom.
Mademoiselle, par ici, s'il vous plaît. Une autographe. Mademoiselle. C'est passé, je dis. Reculez. Bougez, monsieur, bougez. Mademoiselle, une autographe, s'il vous plaît.
Take us for a short ride. We'll come back in 15 minutes. Don't want any distraction.
Bien, monsieur.
The crowd is sensational. They await you with bated breath.
Excellent.
Daddy's home, Helen. Daddy's home.
It is indeed your father home with trunkfuls of linen and lace from the finest fashion houses of Paris and Madrid. Oh, Charity, my love.
Phineas.
Ah, you've seen the ink. We're the sensation of the whole world.
Yes. I read it closely.
I know it's been lonely for you, Cherry. But one last trip, and we'll have the money and position to do whatever.
Stop it. Don't say things you've said before, only to turn them into lies by what you do a few months later. Let's simply deal with the present. You're here. For now.
Yes. And nuncat nunquam. Cherry, I love you so much. My sweet wife, who I love. You've certainly done me proud, Niven. The architecture is perfect.
It is as you required, Mr. Barnum, in the Moorish and Turkish styles of the Brighton Pavilion.
Yes, it is. But are you certain it can be completed by my return?
Without doubt. If we start soon.
We can have you in Bridgeport within the week. Would you believe my steamship packet boat took only 8 days to cross the pond?
We live in an amazing age. All right, get on with it. But fast, mind. My wife will birth our new child within 3 months, and I want the whole family in Iranistan for Paul's, I've chosen Paul for his name, first birthday. And then it's as done as a deal. Come, Greenwood, let's see this Jenny Lind sensation for ourselves. Never heard any opera myself.
Your new home.
Father.
Isn't it grand, girls?
This is amazing.
All yours.
Oh, I must see my bedroom suite.
You may take Pauline and visit the nursery.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Well, what do you think?
Will certainly draw attention.
So that's all. This is for you, Cherry. All for you.
Really? Or is it More P.T. Barnum look at me behavior. Trying to be something you're not. You'll never be a man of society, Finn, of stately mansions. You're a show businessman, and this place only proves it.
And what's wrong with the show business? It lifted us from poverty and obscurity. I'm proud of what we have, of what I've built.
Then you'll be all right, won't you?
I can be whatever I want to be. This is no Europe. If I decide to be a man of society and culture, then I damn well will be.
Not if you continue to curse. To say nothing of the drink. Some man of society you are. Some elegant social figure you cut.
Oui, merci, Père, je m'excuse. Oh, yeah, Mr. Barnum, I dreamt of America, but such a long, long ocean voyage.
A detail, Miss Lynn, mere detail. The finest stateroom on the finest cutter will make the voyage a treat.
You're so generous, such expense, but...
No expense is too great for a talent such as yours. A stateroom it is.
But my conductor...
Then we'll make it 2 staterooms.
But then my pianist will feel so diminished if he's in a cabin.
If I can find the ship with enough accommodation, it's yours.
How can I say no? Oh, by the way.
Yes.
I know that you won't forget the needs of my assistant. And, of course, my vocal instructor, and then my maid. A promising beginning to our negotiations. Perhaps some champagne?
Oh, no, thank you. Not a drinker myself.
Maybe we have more in common than we know.
Good morning. Madame, you look lovely. Ah, Chang and Ing. Sawadee Kap.
Egress. What do you suppose that is?
Female egg, I should think. Come.
She's an opera singer.
I prefer if you called her the Swedish Nightingale.
Well, call her what you like, but she's still an opera singer, and we're in the curiosity business.
We're in the entertainment business. We have to gamble to grow. Yes, we sell Siamese twins, and now we sell Mozart.
Yes, but our patrons aren't of the upper crust class. They're immigrants, BT. They're working class folk.
Not all. Some we ought to call middle class. Yes, that's a good expression. Middle class.
Yes, but you're still not your white-tie opera crowd.
It's time someone brought democracy to culture. The Olmsteds and the Heaths have ruled that roost long enough.
Yes. We could lose up to $500,000. We'd never recover. We could all of us end up in the poorhouse.
Then I'll assume the risk personally. But the build-up, Greenwood, the patented Barnum build-up, it must begin now. And it must be faultless.
Phineas, it'll cost a fortune. No one's ever bought so much space.
I know.
I mean, you're saying so little.
Some things need not be sold the hard way. Some things need only be announced. Call it a soft sell.
Get your paper!
Now, Mr. Johnson, you must present her exactly as I've described her.
If the common people are to embrace her, she must seem like one of them. What facts do we have?
Facts? Well, that's up to you, Johnson. You're the journalist, after all.
Is it true, Finn, that she gives all her money to worthy causes?
True? Says so right there, doesn't it?
Harold!
have every tinker and sales clerk excited about an opera singer.
Damn Swedish nightingale masks are everywhere. My own wife shocked me with one this morning. Insists we go.
What? To give Barnum the pleasure of taking our money? Never.
Either that or my wife will make sure that I'll never get the pleasure of her either.
Wife. Fetters! Fetters!
You rang, Mr. Olmsted?
Yes, Fetters. Draw up a note to Barnum. Tell him that I and my associates here will attend Miss Lynn's opening night, and we appreciate his courtesy in making that possible.
My hat shop cannot support me. I have to work elsewhere in the mornings.
Gennon, my dear soul, a closed shop gives a bad impression. Barnum's is the crossroads of the world. How can your shop not be busy? Anyway.
From Mr. Olmsted, sir. Important.
My regrets to Mr. Olmsted. Special treatment will not be possible. Well, Gennon, it suddenly occurs to me how to build your business, how to make you the talk of New York.
Social climbing, penny-pinching heirs of a wife of mine insists.
I plan a preemptive bid over the heads of this lot, and I'm out of here quicker than a jackrabbit.
My plan exactly. I hated Richard Barnum, but at least it'll keep this mob in its place.
The auction is open. A pair of the best seats in the house for the Swedish Nightingale. First row, front and center. Do I hear an opening bid?
$50.
$50.
$60.
$60.
$65.
$65. Don't be shy.
$70.
$70.
$100.
$100. Yes.
$150.
$150.
$175.
$190.
$200.
$200. $225. Sir? Going once? Twice? 3 times? Sold to Mr. Gennon, my neighbor and clearly the most successful and wealthiest hatter in New York. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining with me for what I choose to call a conference of the press. I've brought you here to announce my retirement. Yes, it's time for me to move on. My associate, Mr. Greenwood, is now the proprietor of the American Museum.
To where will you go?
Home to my beloved Connecticut, Mr. Beach.
Then it's true, you do intend to run for governor.
I have declined the nomination offered by the Democratic Party. Instead, I plan to pioneer a new age. I am proud to now be associated with Mr. William Noble, a leading gentleman of Connecticut. We have acquired 224 acres across the Raritan River from Bridgeport. And here, we will build East Bridgeport. It is the city of the future, gentlemen. A home for everyone and everyone in a home.
But where will your people work?
I am confident that it will attract industrial interest. I've invested everything in this, which should encourage other men of substance to do the same. In fact, we're already negotiating. And I will begin work immediately on my autobiography, The Life of T Barnum, written by himself.